Welcome back to the Rocket Coaches Corner on the Rocket Productions Network. I'm your host, Hayden Swope. If you have missed any episodes of the Rocket Coaches Corner, go find the Rocket Production Network on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, or any place you listen to podcasts. All of our episodes are also on the Rocket Productions YouTube channel. If you are not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. Be sure to check out Rocket Productions on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Let's get into it. I'm here with cross-country coach Brandon Barger. How are you, Coach?
Good morning, Hayden. How are you?
I'm good. So thanks for coming on. This is
problem.
the second time this season, right?
Yep.
So the first time I had you on, we probably talked about, the second half of the season. But like we talked about, that second half of the season kind of flew by. So
It always does.
And you guys just made another state appearance, your girls team. So you guys took sixth?
Took sixth.
Yes, as a team. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about state and the team's performance.
I told the girls whenever you get to state, it's always a special event. Sometimes when you, and I'm trying to be humble with this too, but when you get to state, like we have in the matter of, the 4 years that we've done as a team, not counting just individuals, it kind of loses the luster a little bit, but you always have to get them prepared for it. It's a special moment, special time. On the performance side of it, we kind of got, I wouldn't say sniped, but we kind of did with Wamego. We just, and I told my girls this, and they understand this. I don't think they just kind of realize it sometimes, is that at a state meet with that many runners, if we have a lot of big gaps, that kind of hurts. And that's kind of what happened. So we had pretty big gaps between Kimber and Emerson. Emerson was our second girl that day. And then we had a pretty good gap between Emerson and then our third, fourth, and fifth girl. In the scheme of things, we did what I thought. Yep. That we could be right about there. We were going for Clay Center. They beat us at regionals. It just didn't help. It just didn't work out that way. But like I told him, it's always a special event. So.
Yeah. So from the time that you guys qualified for state up until, it was all over, was it everything that you guys thought it would be? I know it's an exciting event to go to, so was the team overly hyped to go?
Yeah, they were ready to go. When you have the parents involved, and they're giving them their goodie bags, and getting on the vans and stuff like that, and even our boys came out, got pictures with us and supporters and stuff like that. So that's always special too. So giving them a lot of kudos on that as well. So Wamego hosts 1A and 2A as well. So you get a lot of that interaction with different classes, and a lot of different people from different areas and what they have. It's kind of fun that way, just to see kind of what little schools have as well. But the only really trouble we had at state was just the road traffic. That was about it. And the weather. It was a little chilly, it started raining after we got our awards and stuff like that. So it worked out really well. Stayed in Wamego. You couldn't ask for a better time there. So Alexa was pretty emotional afterwards. Yeah. Caitlin Maycock, she doesn't show too much emotion sometimes because she's so dang quiet. Alexa's not so quiet all the time, but they did definitely show some emotion afterwards because they realized it was, it was over.
Yeah. All right. Well, when we come back, we are going to finish up, but let's hear a word from our sponsors.
Are you a high school football fan and wanting to support your local football team? The Rose Hill High School Gridiron gives endless opportunities to help out the football team. If you're interested in signing up, contact Heath Wallace and make a difference. Go Rockets!
So, Kimberlyn Lovell, she has gone back-to-back years medaling at state, right? So, how do you plan to use her for one more year? Talk about her a little bit.
Yeah, too bad I only have her one more year. And that's the fun part about it. Well, she knows that she's going to have to be that foundation next year for us. Yeah. It always helps to have that true number one runner that can get us in the single digits in our in our results. We've got a couple others coming, 8th graders, that will really help. And Kimber even said that she's, glad to see a couple of them coming. So we had one that broke the 2-mile record. That was Corinne Hackney's record. And she ran like a, mid to lower 13-minute 2 miles. So she's going to be fantastic. So we just need to have someone that pushes Kimber.
Yeah.
And Emerson has told me that she's going to do it too. So because she knows the 8th graders are coming, and she doesn't want to get ousted. So,
yes.
So we got a couple, 2 or 3 8th graders that really help and push her. And we got some of our other ones coming back too. So we're only losing 2 on the girls' side. We're losing none on the boys' side.
Yeah.
So we're going to be pretty young for the most part.
Good. So what does the future of the program look boys and girls wise? Maybe even past Kimber?
Like I said, the 8th graders coming in, the girls. We had 6 or 7 that was solid. And then we had 1 that didn't go out. But I'm good at convincing, so we'll get this one out and help us out a lot. You have to in this sport. You got to be good at what you do. So because a lot of kids don't like to do it. But the girls, I think, will be, more solid than this year. And they're excited too. That's the fun part of that. The boys, we got maybe 1 boy I'm really going to try to get going. But the thing with the boys is that they're so young. Mm-hmm. We just need to have someone that's going to maybe push Sam or even beat Sam, and that'll get Sam going, and then everything will fall into place after that. So the freshman boys this year were pretty top notch.
Yeah.
And they're going to be. They just got to get a little tougher. But we'll get them there in summer workouts and get them out for track and see, we got that track season coming up too, so that'll help us out.
Man, those Lovell kids.
I know,
They're
right?
just putting their name out there, huh?
I know.
Well, I guess I'll see you in a couple months for track and field. It'll be here before we know it.
Yeah.
So thanks for coming on today, Coach.
You're welcome, Hayden.
Thank you for watching and listening to the Rocket Coaches Corner on the Rocket Productions Network. Remember to subscribe to the Rocket Productions Network on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, or any place where you listen to podcasts. If you are not already a subscriber to Rocket Productions on YouTube, please subscribe. Until next time, I'm Hayden Swope.